In the heart of Jerusalem's old city, where ancient stones whisper sacred history, the narrow alleyways and olive-colored buildings are alive with anticipation. Thousands gather, drawn from every corner of the globe, carrying within the weight of sacred expectation. Each year, on the eve of Orthodox Resurrection Day, something indescribable, something divine, ignites fresh hope in the hearts of the faithful. This isn't folklore. It's not a distant legend from a forgotten time. This is a living miracle, still unfolding before our very eyes, the miracle of the Holy Fire. It is real, it is mysterious, and for centuries, it has baffled scientists, challenged logic, and stood firm against skepticism. What if I told you that since at least the 9th century, a flame has appeared inside a sealed tomb? A fire that descends from heaven, not lit by matches, lighters, or human hands, but kindled by the divine. And what if countless witnesses have reported feeling its heatless glow, even pressing into their faces without harm? This isn't a tale of the past. It's a miracle that still occurs today. Before we go further, if you're inspired by stories of faith, miracles, and the extraordinary breaking into the ordinary, consider subscribing to this channel. We explore the miraculous, the biblical, and the unseen truths of our world. You won't want to miss what's ahead. Now, step with me into the mystery of the Holy Fire. It's Holy Saturday. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, believed to be the very site where Jesus was crucified, buried, and rose again, is bursting with pilgrims. Orthodox Christians fill the space, chanting in dozens of languages. They hold unlit candles in darkness. No flame remains within. Then, within the heart of the sealed tomb, something unexplainable takes place. The patriarchs and priests, locked inside the tomb, emerge just moments later. In their hands are bundles of candles, already ablaze with a holy flame. The fire spreads like a rushing river through the church, witnessed again and again, year after year. Those who are present tell the same story, an unearthly fire, one with no heat, no visible source, and no scientific explanation. Modern researchers have attempted to study this phenomenon. Many leave with more questions than answers. For the first moments, the flame does not burn. It dances. It floats. It behaves like no other fire on earth. What happens inside that tomb? No cameras are permitted inside the small shrine that houses the tomb of Christ. The entrance is sealed with wax by Israeli officials. Before the miracle begins, these authorities inspect the patriarch thoroughly, even conducting strip searches to ensure he carries nothing that could produce fire. He then enters alone, bearing only a bundle of unlit candles and the silent prayers of millions. What happens next is shrouded in divine mystery. Some report flashes of blue light within the tomb. Others say they hear a wind or a chorus of angelic voices. But always, without fail, the fire appears. The patriarch emerges with flames in hand, proclaiming, "Come, receive the light from the unwaning light, and glorify Christ, who is risen from the dead." Imagine holding fire in your hands and feeling no burn. That's what many people describe during the first moments of the holy fire. It's cool to the touch. It feels like standing in the presence of something holy. How is this possible? Science remains silent. What's even more remarkable is how the holy fire travels. Just hours after the miracle, the sacred flame is flown to countries around the world to be shared during resurrection of the Christ celebrations. Some of the earliest skeptics became believers. Historical records speak of Muslim rulers who were so stunned by the fire's appearance, they commissioned mosques in its honor. Others converted to Christianity after seeing it. Even Jewish observers have testified to the event. Some stood outside the church and watched as a blue flame leapt through the air, lighting candles without human contact. One account describes a Jewish man who mocked the faithful until he saw the light burst from the tomb, like lightning, leaping from candle to candle. He dropped to his knees, overwhelmed. Why does this fire come? Why does it return, year after year, century after century? There's only one answer. It is a divine witness, a sacred sign of the resurrection's truth. Heaven itself cannot stay silent. The fire doesn't come for spectacle. It comes as a reminder. Jesus is risen. In a world drowning in doubt, where belief is ridiculed and miracles dismissed, the holy fire shines as a living contradiction. It defies explanation. It cannot be ignored, and it continues to guide seekers toward God. Many pilgrims come burdened with personal pain, a mother fighting cancer, a father out of work, a child facing illness. They bring unlit candles and heavy hearts. And when the flame touches their wick, something more than wax ignites. Hope does. Stories abound of miraculous healings, prayers answered, and peace washing over troubled souls. The holy fire is not just a symbol. It is a touch of divine compassion. One woman lit her candle from the holy fire and whispered, "Jesus, if you are real, show me." Later, she shared that her depression lifted, her nightmares stopped, and for the first time in years, she felt joy. In a world that often feels cold and dark, the holy fire reminds us we are not alone. God is still present. The tomb remains empty, and heaven still breaks through with miracles. This isn't merely a ritual. It's a holy interruption. It's living proof that God's power isn't locked in the past. It's alive today. Maybe you're watching this and wondering, could this miracle be for me? Yes, it is. The same God who sends a holy fire each year is the same God who hears your cries, who sees your struggles, who walks beside you, even when you can't feel him. You don't have to be in Jerusalem to experience his light. Right now, wherever you are, you can pray. Jesus, let your light shine in me. Burn away my fear. Fill me with your fire. The miracle of the holy fire is not a myth. It's not blind hope. It's not religious hype. It's real. And every flicker of that sacred flame is God whispering, I'm still here. I'm still working. I'm still the resurrection and the life. So next Holy Saturday, when the world waits in darkness again, remember this moment. Remember the fire. And remember, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead is still setting hearts ablaze. It might be ready to light a flame in you. If this story moved you, gave you hope, or brought light to your spirit, don't forget to subscribe. More true stories are coming, miraculous, powerful, and deeply inspiring. Let the light keep burning. Share the video and subscribe to the channel. God bless you.